Hello, everyone. Finally had some time to make some videos on the humanist perspective of various issues which will affect us all. This one is coming ahead right here. Congressional leaders vow to act to stop a rail strike. This is nonsense. Okay, so they're using. So Yale Rail knows the power it has, and it's utilizing the political powers to, not to say that they don't deserve. I don't know their issue firsthand, but they are using their power of leverage that they're going to hold up resources if they do go on strike. Um, that is their power base right there. So we also have. So really, the situation here is that we need to look past rail. Rail is only an archaic tool of getting valuable resources from one place to another. But we have so many viable options. But unfortunately, we don't have the political fortitude to make it a reality. That's why it hasn't happened already. See, just look up alternatives to rail. First, we have high speed rail. High speed rail, which should have happened already, which hasn't precisely because of political corruption, which has been to our detriment. Otherwise, we would have high speed rail all over the place, all over the place. Um, railroad, railroad. Um, usually like a bunch of different games and stuff. I mean, maybe I got to be a little more specific. Um, but we could have high speed rail right now because we need to put aside the corrupt politicians and their interests so that we can increase our productivity of the people. So if we ever run into a political campaign, that'll be on the forefront for sure to annihilate the corruption, which disables our opportunities to have the same type of rail network and even better that they have in Europe, where you can get around anywhere you want within hours, anywhere. You go from New York to California in 3.5 hours, let's say. It's crazy. Why can't we have that? It's because political corruption disables it. So this issue of rail is more, the union going on strike is more of an archaic issue at hand, because we wouldn't have that issue if our policies were put forth and implemented. We would not have that issue. It's only an issue because of the corruption, the breaking down of the system over time, because the foundation was built on corruption. The foundation was built on something so frail, where they basically, the government gave monopolies over rail to a certain couple of corporations, and then they unionized, and now they control they have a lot of power. Okay, so we need to break that up as well, because we're going to be building high speed rail all over the country, all over the world. There's no reason why we can't get around. It's only political corruption which is the reason. We also have alternatives to rail itself. We could build pipes. We could build high speed. What is that? Elon Musk was working on the Boring Company. Uh, what was that? Boring Company. The tunnels. These tunnels. But now they're having issues with regulation. They're having issues with land rights and this and that. It's because we have an inefficient political system in this country that is not working for the people. That is why our infrastructure is falling apart. That's why our bridges fall apart every couple of years. So we need to, the humanist perspective is going to secure all of these objectives because we're going to bring technology to the forefront of infrastructure. We're going to have best bridges in the world that never fall down, that are efficient, that stand the test of time. We have the materials to do it, but they always want to build it cheaper because they always take the lowest bidder in every project. It's always the lowest bidder. Whoever can do it the cheapest in the I don't even know if they do duration, but they probably, have a certain benchmark. And then you got a bunch of guys working on roads who, you look over there and they're not doing anything. They're just standing around texting. You got a cop over there texting his phone. And what is that? That's economic inefficiency, economic corruption, which we all pay for. We all pay for this inefficiency in traffic because there's more demand for the road than there are supply. We need to come up with solutions to that. So, do we increase more road infrastructure? Do we create an infrastructure for flying vehicles? That's another option, but political corruption has disabled that implementation because politicians all have their hand out wondering what they're going to get paid. Let's see here. If you're a politician, you got to work for the people. That's what I mean by change the system. You working for the people. You're not working for yourself. So this is where we need to restructure the system to outlaw corruption. There should be no special interest or corporate influence in the political sphere. Political sphere is how we get things done in a utilitarian way. So I'm not sure what that Boring Company is doing anymore. It's been kind of boring lately. But really, a number of civil engineering experts and tunneling industry veterans questions whether Musk can render tunnels more quickly and cheaper than competitors. See, they're always worrying about cheap. They're always worrying about, not to say that only his company can do it. It's just only that his company is the most popular. He's a great marketer. Um, but there should be done the best cost efficiency, best. Imagine if we gut the prison and military industrial complex where they survive on war. We have, cooperation. And then we take those resources and we put it towards cancer research. We put it towards infrastructure. There's more than enough money to make the best of everything: education, infrastructure. And that is what we deserve. That is what we deserve. So I don't even need, honestly, I don't even need to read this because I already know. This is about the rail. Democratic and Republican leaders in Congress vowed on Tuesday to pass legislation averting a nationwide rail strike. I'm surprised the Republicans aren't trying to utilize that as a political tool to say, look. the railroads don't work with Biden. I'm surprised they're actually working with him. That means hmm, they probably don't want it to stretch out until they into January when they take over. I still can't believe they won the House, but they did really horribly, um, historically wise. The rare partisan promise to act came as some of the nation's largest business group warned of dire. Well, see, there you go. Largest business groups warned of dire consequences. That's why they're doing stuff. That's why they're working together, because of the corporations who are their bosses told them this is dire. You need to work on this. Okay, and they're like, okay, okay, boss, let's go. Boom. 1, 2, 3. Look how fast they work together, man. It's crazy. Speaker Nancy Pelosi said the House would vote Wednesday on a tentative agreement that Mr. Biden's administration had helped negotiate between rail companies and unions earlier this year. Why is the president nego- you know helping to negotiate between rail and companies and unions? It's so inefficient. We have a better system in plan, one where there's no gridlock. This is the way to get more done. This is the way to get more accomplished. That's what we're doing. Simple. Of course, you respect people's property, and there's a lot of ways to go around that. There's a lot of ways to do it because you need to respect the property. But there's a lot of public property. Like a third of this country is owned by the government, federal government. Um, so we need economic efficiency, but we also need climate awareness. So they demand basic dignity of paid sick leave, sick days. I stand. Of course, she's like Alexandra Ocasio-Cortez. Of course, she's gonna stand with the union. Now, I'm not going into the actual gritty details of the union and the company with her because I'm looking at the bigger issue, which is we need to change the system. Okay, and in this system, in our system, the workers are going to be extremely happy because they're going to get great pay, great benefits. Everyone's going to have great benefits because everyone is entitled to that, no matter what you're doing. That is just the way a healthy economy strives forward. When you lift all boats, and that's my purpose in this world. So they're going to work, of course, because their corporate overlords are giving them that push. So this is all a gritty detail we don't need to care about right now. So that's it basically. Humanism offers. Look at this, Vice President Kamala, hard at work for corporate America, and because we have a better solution, basically. So we got to build this organization and continue the great fight against corruption all over the world, because we can end it. That is our purpose.